Hello and welcome again to the EPL Fanbase Show, the show that connects you with the happening in the English Premier League. My name is FM Steve, and I'm joined in the show by football pundit Ron. Ron, how are you?
I'm fine. Hello, viewers. Nice to be here again.
Yes. So today we want to dissect, we want to look at match preview, match day 9. Monday, Burnley will be playing Crystal Palace, and then Wolves will finish it off with Southampton. So let's get the prediction of those matches.
Yeah, Burnley also a team who I think have been who have been struggling, uh, having the slow start and the injuries, and also they had a bit of a situation with the COVID and injuries combined. Yeah, who also famously, I think, named three goalkeepers in in one of their games during the early parts of the season. But thankfully, many of their players are coming back. Uh, Barnes is up, and also Woods. The interesting part about Burnley is Sean Dyche, their coach, sets up to play the same way. He doesn't know home and away. The way he sets up at Turf Moor is the same way he sets up when he goes to play away from home. But Woods and Barnes have been trying to forge the partnership back again. The two towering center forwards uh, will be a test for Crystal Palace. Also, they will know they are looking for their first win of the season. We have to remember that. Um, but Crystal Palace, Zaha has been in very good form. I think he's scored is it 4 or 5 goals already? Yeah. Crystal Palace have mastered the art of playing with limited ball possession and getting the results. They beat Manchester United with about 30 to 33% possession. Then they went on to beat, I think, the likes of Brighton, also with limited possession and so on.
And even Leeds.
So, yeah, even Leeds with limited possession. So that tells you that they play a very tactical game, the way Olson plays, and then they play on the counters. Zaha and Townsend, and they also signed a good player on loan in Batshuayi. So it's going to be a difficult game, and also thankfully Crystal Palace have been defensively sound, so Burnley will find it difficult to break them down. But also, just like Sheffield United, I want to predict a victory for them, the first win for Burnley, and I think you'll see one or both of the center forwards on the score sheet. They've been a bit unlucky in their previous games, but they've been looking good. So I want to go for a 3-2 victory for Burnley.
3-2. You think it's going to be high scoring match?
Yes, I believe Zaha is going to be on the score sheet, and probably Batshuayi. Yeah, and going forward this side, the two big men in Woods and Barnes, or even the likes of I don't know. I see another goal coming in, probably from the set pieces. Yeah, so I think it will be a match of goals.
Okay, then the last match of match day 9, Wolves hosting Southampton.
Yeah, Wolves, Southampton, another very difficult game, which also poses to be a very interesting encounter. Wolves, if you've watched them, also they are one of the few sides that have been defensively sound. They've been defending well. They don't concede a lot of goals. The center back Cody, the England international, has been looking very good, and they have a new man in Kilman who has also been very good in the defense going forward, so they can afford to even rest the legs of size. But the light in that Wolves side, also at the right back where they let Doherty go, where they got Semedo from Barcelona. By the way, talking of Doherty, also he has been pronounced to have got COVID. Yeah, he got COVID from Ireland duty, so he will also be out for Spurs. Yeah. So at Wolves, the shining light in that Wolves side has been Podence. Podence has been very bright. He has the number 10 jersey. He's the dream number 10 for them. The way he moves the ball, he changes, he cuts and chokes positions. Uh, Despite him being diminutive, he's a very short, probably small man compared to many of the players. So the front three, also Neto has been looking good, who has been coming off the right side. And of course, the evergreen Jimenez. Jimenez, he's almost Mr. Wolves. So when you talk about Wolves, you know Jimenez. Uh, so the front three has been looking good and they've been scoring, but also they have been lacking the goals. Wolves have hardly scored, I think, more than a goal in many of their games. They have won 1-0 many times. So looking at the game is going to be a very cagey affair. And then Southampton for them, we talked about the injuries. Danny Ings is out for about now 6 weeks. Yeah, he's going to be out for 6 weeks, who is a very massive loss for them, even in the previous game. Yeah, and and it is the kind of game where you look to other strikers. Che Adams, who was playing up front with him, he has to also take up the mantle and be the main man, because Danny Ings, talking about a one club player, Mr. Southampton is out for 6 weeks. He scored, I think, from last season. He scored about 53% of their goals, Danny Ings.
Yeah.
So it's a very massive loss for them. But they've been playing very well as a unit. Ward Prowse has been in very good form. Last time he scored a couple of free kicks, and the likes of Kyle Walker Peters coming from Tottenham. He's been a revelation in the right back position. So for me, it's going to be difficult to separate the two sides. I think it will be a game which will be a draw. It has a draw written all over it. I want to probably predict a 1-1 draw for it.
1-1 draw. Now let's turn a bit to this Tottenham Man City match, Saturday at
Mm.
8:30. You've said your prediction is City winning away, but City's form has been not so good in recent time, and Spurs they are
Yeah,
seeming like they are not slowing down. So what do you think? Why do
yeah.
you think City is likely to edge this one?
Yeah, I think for me, how City play also. I don't know. Man City is not a club where you can say it's up to one single player performing well for them. But KDB, De Bruyne is a very important part of how they play, and his form has been patchy, and of course there are injuries. He's not been 100% fit, and he's been in and out of the side. But seeing him in the previous game against Liverpool, I think he played very well. He missed a penalty, but he was showing flashes of brilliance and also giving us what the real KDB can be. In the game against England during the internationals, if you watched the game, he was looking like he was looking the part. So for me, it's going to be key in that match. I see him unlocking that Spurs defense. For me, Jose Mourinho, knowing him, this is the kind of game he will approach like a cup game. He will look to play the defensive, try to contain Man City, and then hit on the counter. We all know how Son Min is very very fast, and he's been having a very good partnership with Ken. How they have been destroying teams, the two of them. Goal by Ken, assist by Son, goal by Son, assist by Ken. They are having an almost telepathic understanding between them. And then Gareth Bale, who last time chipped in with the winner, and Mourinho had a slight dig to his former employees that he wants to check the Real Madrid website to see how they are feeling and what they are saying. Yeah. So Spurs pose a very genuine threat to Man City, but Man City, the central defense has been much improved. The coming in of Diaz, who looks a permanent fixture in the centre back. In him, they've spent 65 million, but 65 million well spent. And his partnership with Laporte, who is a glass man of sorts, is also injured a lot. But if he plays, the two will be looking very very difficult to break down. And Guardiola plays a possession game, so I expect Man City to run the proceedings in that game. They'll possess most of the game, and then if you don't have the ball, your chances of hurting the opposition is limited. So Spurs best chance depend on how effective and efficient they are in that game on the counter attack.
Thank you very much, Ron. This has been a great show. Your predictions, uh, they've always come right. You'll find that actually most of the time, 60% of your predictions are always right. So we look forward for these matches. This has been the EPL Fanbase Show, the show that connects you with the happening in the English Premier League. Don't forget to watch our review after the matches. You can also catch up with us on our Facebook page, the EPL Fanbase Forum, and our YouTube channel, EPL Fanbase Show. Thank you. Have a great weekend. We'll see you again for the review match day 9. Adios.